Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You stretch, get out of bed, walk toward the window, and suddenly you start floating. Not in a dream, not in a movie. For the first time in human history, everyone can fly. No wings, no jetpacks, just natural flight. Sounds amazing, right? But what if humans could actually fly? Would it make the world better or far more dangerous? Let's find out. Imagine billions of people discovering they can fly at the exact same moment. At first, nobody would know what's happening. People would panic. Cars would be abandoned. Schools would close. Cities would descend into chaos. Some people would accidentally fly too high. Others would crash into buildings. Airports around the world would immediately shut down. Because suddenly, the sky wouldn't belong only to airplanes anymore. It would belong to everyone. Within hours, social media would explode. Videos of people soaring above cities, flying over mountains, and crossing rivers without boats would break every record ever seen. Humanity would experience the greatest moment of freedom in history. But freedom comes with risks. And the problems would begin almost immediately. Think about transportation. Why drive to work when you can fly? Why sit in traffic for an hour when you can reach your destination in 10 minutes? Roads would become less crowded. Many cars might become unnecessary. Entire industries would struggle to survive. Taxi services, ride-sharing apps, bus companies, even some airlines. Their business models would be turned upside down. Cities would also change. Skyscrapers might be redesigned. Buildings would need entrances on multiple floors. Balconies would become more important than front doors. The entire structure of urban life would evolve. And sports? Everything would change. Imagine flying races, three-dimensional football, sky basketball, or aerial martial arts. A completely new world of entertainment would emerge. Now let's talk about the good side. Flying could save millions of lives. Rescue workers could reach disaster zones much faster. People trapped in floods or earthquakes could be evacuated in minutes. Medical emergencies would become easier to handle. Need medicine urgently? Someone could fly it directly to your house. Remote villages would no longer feel isolated. Mountains, forests, and deserts would become easier to access. Travel would become faster and cheaper. Many people could explore places they never dreamed of visiting. And perhaps the greatest benefit of all? Freedom. For thousands of years, humans looked at birds and wished they could fly. Now that dream would finally become reality. But every superpower has consequences. Crime could become much harder to stop. Imagine thieves flying into buildings through upper floors. Imagine criminals escaping over walls and fences. Security systems would need a complete redesign. Privacy could disappear. No backyard would be truly private anymore. No rooftop would be safe from unexpected visitors. Accidents would become a major problem too. Just like car crashes exist today, air collisions would become common. Governments might create air traffic rules for people, flying licenses, speed limits, restricted zones, and harsh penalties for dangerous flying. Because without rules, the sky would become chaos. Humans adapt to everything, and flying would be no exception. Schools would start teaching flight safety. Children would learn how to fly before they learn how to drive. Special flying suits could be invented. Protective helmets might become mandatory. Cities could create sky lanes, just like roads today. Different altitudes could be reserved for different types of travel. Governments might even establish airborne police forces, and entirely new jobs would appear. Flight instructors, sky traffic controllers, aerial architects, personal flying trainers. A whole new economy would emerge. Now let's jump 100 years into the future. Human civilization would barely resemble today's world. Cities might stretch vertically instead of horizontally. Buildings could reach incredible heights. Transportation systems would be designed around flight. People might live hundreds of meters above ground level. Flying could become as normal as walking. Children would laugh at old photographs of traffic jams. They would wonder why humans once spent hours sitting inside metal boxes called cars. And who knows? Natural flight might even help humanity explore space more efficiently. The way we think about movement itself would be transformed. But here's the real question. Would flying actually make humanity better? Or would it simply give us new ways to create problems? History shows that every major invention has brought both benefits and dangers. The internet connected the world, but also created new threats. Cars gave us freedom, but caused accidents. Flying would likely be the same. An incredible gift, with incredible risks. The outcome would depend on one thing: how wisely humans use their new power. So, if humans could fly, where would you go first? Would you soar above the clouds, explore distant mountains, or travel around the world without ever buying a plane ticket? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Toon Theory for more amazing what-if scenarios, mysteries, and mind-blowing facts. Thanks for watching, and remember, curiosity changes everything. See you in the next theory.